What's up, everybody? It's the Common Sense Investor coming at you with another video. And in my last video, when I was talking about the AMC algorithm cycle pattern and volume, at the end of that video I said that the shorts are covering. So let me explain what I mean by that. Before I get into that though, let's take a look at what max pain is. And according to Google, the max pain for AMC on July 15, 2022 is $16. AMC Holdings is currently $15.48, which it's not. Right now it is $15.15 in the pre-market, up 9 cents. And it says that according to the max pain theory, AMC Entertainment Holdings will likely gravitate higher, closer to the $16 range by July 15th. That would be awesome. And here's why. Over on Stocko Tracker, we can see that right now there are 68,593 calls in the money at 15 and 15.50, and if it crosses the $16 mark, 26,004 more options will go into the money. Now we also have 1,700,000 shares available to borrow at an 8.9% interest rate. Now, people believe, and they're wrong, they've been saying it forever, but there's 200 million. Somebody just returned another 300,000. So, what does that mean? That does not mean they have 2 million shares that they can borrow to short. There's 2 million shares available to borrow. They do not have to short those. They can hold on to those. And when the price goes up above what their interest rate is, they become in the money. So if they was to borrow 2 million shares right now at a price of $15.06, and they had to only go up, say 9% for their interest rate, then once it crosses over the $16 range and starts moving up to $16.30, $16.40, they're in the money with 2 million shares. If somebody borrowed them today and it runs up to $16.30, those 2 million shares are in the money and they will sell. Now, when they sell, it's totally irrelevant, people. We've talked about it, and if you followed me long enough, or you follow some of the YouTubers who know what they're talking about, they tell you there's no such thing as buying pressure or selling pressure. The algorithm is in control, and it's controlled by the volume, and the algorithm only has a certain amount of time left in this cycle to use the volume that it needs. So we're looking at a good day. But what do I mean by the shorts are covering? Well, let's take a look over here on Fintel. Now on Fintel, it shows me that the short interest is 101,375,000 shares shorted. The other day, it was 119 million. So that tells me that 18 million shares has been returned. They've closed out those short positions and returned the shares. 18 million shares. And some people are asking, well, we only had like a $2 move. I understand that, but don't get it twisted. Rather, they returned 18 million shares is not what moves the price, people. And also, the short interest percent is 19.67%. The other day, it was over 20. So we see that the short interest is falling. That means they are closing their positions and they are returning the shares. Now, I thought that if they could close their positions and return the shares, the stock price would go up. That's what they tell you, people. Also, you got to understand that Ortex and Fintel only show you 85% of the data that's available. That means 15% is not reported. So, what does that mean? It means that it's very simple to manipulate the short interest or the short interest float percentage by 19.67% right now, it's easy to manipulate these numbers. Why? Because they're still 15%. And if they want the short interest to go up, they'll just report more short interest positions. If they want to worry you and cause you to stress, they don't report as many short interest positions, and it goes down, and people begin to wonder, are they covering? So if you're looking at the short interest at 119, and we see that it's 101 now and 18 million shares, it may not be because they closed out their positions and returned the shares. It could simply be that they're manipulating the numbers for Ortex and Fintel and making you believe they're covering. I do believe they're covering, and I think they're buying back the shares, returning the shares now. What's going to be the breaking point? The breaking point is going to be, one, if AMC's price stock rises dramatically, they'll get a margin call. Also, don't forget what I've just researched and found out the actual name for it, the collateral package margin call, which is actually called the maintenance margin call. So that's what we're looking for. If the S&P continues to fall, then they will get a maintenance margin call. If AMC stock price rises, they will get a normal margin call. So, hope that helps. Quit looking at Ortex, quit looking at Fintel, because it shows us that 18 million shares have been closed out and returned, and the short interest percent is dropping. But you can manipulate those numbers. All we need to focus on is the S&P going to crash, or is AMC GME going to run? That's what we are watching for. So if a YouTuber shows you Ortex, y'all have fun watching it, or the Fintel, y'all have fun watching it. But the only thing that matters is the S&P going to fall more, or is AMC going to rise to where they finally get a margin call? Hope that helps you understand a little bit concerning why you cannot trust Fintel or Ortex, and why, just since I switched over and been talking for the last 7 minutes, it was 2 million just now it's a $500,000. So somebody borrowed 1.5 million. They want to short those shares, or they hoping that AMC will rise and they will be able to cash out with just a few percent profit. But if you got $1 profit on 1.5 million shares, that's $1.5 million. So if AMC was to go from 15 to 1606, whoever just borrowed that could make $1.5 million. That's how this stuff is interpreted. I love y'all. Be blessed, and I'll see you in the next video.